Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. This is episode 81, and to get into our special guest, this man has sponsored the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. He was our second sponsor. Yes, sir, he was our second sponsor, and he's from New Bern High School, graduated in 2008. He was on that state championship team, that football state championship team that beat Independence. He was definitely a member up there, so he is a state champion. He went to play football at Campbell for 2 years, came back and joined the workforce, and now he's one of the best car salesmen in Eastern North Carolina. I promise you, if you go to him for a car, he'll put you in your dream car. You'll be riding off smooth, I promise you. My big bro, the sponsor of the Joshua Cuthbertson Show, Ogi Poluga. How you doing, big bro?
I need that entrance every time. I feel like MJ.
Yes, sir. You deserve it, man.
It's true.
You earned it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You earned it.
I appreciate it. Look, you feel like you Mike Buffett me right now. I feel like I was walking to the octagon for a minute.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. But you definitely earned that introduction, though, bro.
That means a lot to me, man. I appreciate it. I'm grateful for the introduction. I'm grateful to have the ability to be able to do what I do.
Yes, sir.
For the community, just like yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It means a lot to me, and like I said, when we talked, it's been an honor to be one of your sponsors. Appreciate everything you do for the youth and for the community. Teaching these kids how to become men through the game of basketball is very important.
Yes, sir.
So that means a lot to me, especially for a sport that I love, but I can't play very well.
Yes, sir. Yes, I really do appreciate it,
Thank you,
bro. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So, first question is, how have you been doing since COVID, man? How have you been doing? How has the family been doing? How's everything been going?
So that's a great question, man. I'm actually type 1 diabetic. So I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 9 months old.
Oh.
Yeah, so when the COVID first ended up happening, and I'm going to shout out my boss, Paul, and all the management staff at Toyota New Bern. He actually gave me the ability, me and my family, to quarantine for a month. And might I add that at that time, car business was essential personnel.
Yes, sir.
So we had to stay at work, and he gave me the ability to do that.
To quarantine.
And to quarantine to stay safe. So I'm grateful for that.
Yes,
sir.
So
we missed that. But it's been tragic. Stay safe. Be clean.
Yes, sir.
Watch yourself. Don't watch yourself just because of COVID. Watch yourself regardless. But use extra hand sanitizer. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. That's
definitely. And it's been kind of hard. It's a trying experience because, as you know, in the car business, you got to be hands-on with your clients. So it's been a little different. Taking some, steps back. Maybe letting the customer enjoy a test ride by themselves instead of being in there with them, just to make them feel at ease. And just talking to your clients, see kind of what they want and what makes them feel comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Because I know that it has affected a lot of families in a negative format.
Yes, sir.
Because nothing really positive comes out of it until we make it
positive.
That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
So we're still fighting. It's not over. So
yes, sir.
I want everybody to know that, and everybody,
Yes,
so it's really, really important to maintain, that level of integrity and making sure that everybody stays safe. You know what I mean?
Sir. Most definitely. So, how did you grow up?
Oh, so I grew up wider than taller, but I grew up. I'm originally from Serbia. I moved here in 1996 as a political war refugee with my family. So I didn't know football. I knew the other football when I got
soccer.
And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I got introduced to football my kindergarten and first grade year through Kevin Reddick and Brett Williams. We've been brothers ever since. But what happened was we was outside rec. They was kicking the soccer ball around, and all of a sudden, when the boys picked up the soccer ball, started running, the kid got tackled, and he didn't get in trouble with the teacher. So I was like, "Hold on, you can. Wait, that's a fight. That's a tackle. You can't do that." And he tackled him. So at that point, I was like, "We can do that. That's." And then.
So you know that they was playing football with a
soccer ball. So I don't know if that was education, lack of funding or something at that point, but I didn't know what a football was. And then then it kind of registered to me. I said, that's fine. And then I've contact ever since, I guess you could say. Yeah, so that's kind of how I got caught onto that sport. But growing up, my mother was very hardworking. I'm extremely, forever, eternally grateful for what she did for me and my brother.
Yes, sir.
I can't pay her back enough.
Yes,
there's
sir.
no words.
Definitely.
There's no. So hopefully now that I'm sees myself as somewhat adult,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. That hopefully that we can do everything in our power to make sure that how easy the transition was from us from a different country, we can make that same transition for her. I love her to death. So
Yes,
you gotta do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
yeah.
growing up in a whole nother different country.
Whole different country.
So how was that transition when you first got here?
I was young. I was a kid. I thought it was a beautiful transition because I didn't know it was a transition. You see what I'm saying?
So you didn't even know what was going on.
I just met a lot of cool people. It was huge. It's big coming from where I'm from to here, and it was amazing because it developed me to the person I am today. Because if I grew up in the country where I grew up from, I might be different.
Yes,
I might have never saw football
or any of that things. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
right. You know, so it was a blessing and it was awesome because all the people that I've met, all the experiences that I've gone through, helped mold me to who I am. So I wouldn't change it for nothing. The hardships, the failures, the congratulations, the successes, I'd like to maintain them. You know what I mean? And hopefully learn more.
Yes, sir.
Be a better adult from it. I hope.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm a father now too, so
yeah. I was just about to ask you that. I just had like one of your pictures on TV. I was just about to ask you that. Congratulations.
Let me tell you, I'm soft.
The stars.
I'm soft. I'm soft, man. She can have anything. You know, and I love Camilla, Cammy. We call her Cammy. Then my fiance Brittany, I love her to death as well.
Did it change you?
Yeah, man. Slowed me down a lot because I'm a social butterfly, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now it's just like, I want to go see my daughter, or I wonder how my daughter's doing, or I'll text my nanny, I'll text, you know, Brittany. I was like, dang, y'all got to be gone for 3 days? You got to go, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of
it's like you really want to be with
now
her.
you have something to live for.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different type of love. You're so selfless when it comes to that. It's undescribable, and that brings me joy. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so and obviously our kids, we want to do everything for them that, you know, our parents.
That our parents did for us, yes, sir.
So that's kind of, you know, at the point of life where we're at now, and Josh is crazy, man. I got a girl dad, so you know, that the Kobe thing touched me dearly. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I hashtag it every chance I get when I get a picture of her. And 9 times out of 10, it's a picture being sent from my fiance to me. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I keep it like a catalog with Softy. It's like a little diary in my phone. So it's awesome, man.
Yes, sir. That's crazy.
Like, yeah,
that's crazy. Do y'all plan on having more? Or y'all just right now? Y'all just taking it one day at a time?
And look, she said she did mention this to me. I don't know how she feels about it now that the baby's here, but she did say, you know, it'd be nice to give you a boy, you know, and that melted my heart at first because I was just like, man, you sacrifice. The woman goes through way more sacrifices than we do.
When it's happening, yes, sir.
So it's just like you do that again for me. So they kind of broke me down, but I mean, I wouldn't mind putting a little Poluga in the league. Obviously, my family ain't the tall side. We wider, so maybe he can play football or something like that. Or, I don't know. We might have to put him in wrestling or something. We'll see, but
he might come out and be a basketball star.
Yeah, he might be tall. You never know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I don't know, man. I'll let her decide that because right now I'm just overwhelmed with the joy of having a kid.
Girl, yes,
but then I have a stepson as well. Mm-hmm. I have a stepson as well. His name is Dallas. I've known him since he was 2, so I love that. You know what I mean? Because it's something different. But let me tell you something. A little girl steals your heart, man. It's hard. It's hard to go into little. I mean, we don't know how many bows we got, Josh. We got so many hair bows, man. Ain't enough heads in Craven County to cover, man. Ain't enough heads in Craven County. We got so many hair bows.
Yes, sir. Just go overboard.
And they keep coming in. We got a brochure. They just keep coming in. I'm just like, and you can't say nothing because it's what it is. Yeah, it's important. So
that's a fact. That's amazing, man. Yeah, that's incredible.
It is.
That's incredible. Is. So before I let you leave, or before I want to talk about how did you get into selling cars? I know you said you came back from college.
Yeah, right.
You came back in the force. So first, how did college end, going to the force, and now being one of the best car salesmen in East Carolina. Talk about that whole transition.
The whole transition. Actually, it was a very simple process. I was managing at K Jewelers, and this is going on 4 or 5 years ago now. Actually, maybe 5 years ago. One of my coworkers, her name was Stephanie. Her husband works at Toyota. He's one of the finance managers. What's up, Tim? I'm sure he'll be seeing this. A lot of people will be seeing this.
Yes, sir.
And she had mentioned to me kind of briefly. So what ended up happening was our head corporation is Signet Jewelers. That's what runs K's and Jared's and all that. That's the head corporate company. What ended up happening was they merged with Zales. When they merged with Zales, they bought Zales, and now it was one umbrella. So what ended up happening when that happens is everybody on the ground level has to work more for less, right?
Oh, so the hours go up, but the pay go down.
Well, yeah. Well, and I'm sure if we were ever get to that corporate system, we might have to make the same call. But at that time in my life, it wasn't conducive to what I was trying to do. So,
yes, sir.
Paul had briefly come in. I think they actually might have been going to Buffalo Wild Wings to get dinner. Him and Tim. Paul came in, and I met him, and he said, "Hey, look, man, if you want to come work for me, come sell cars for me." And I thought about it. I was like, "Sell cars? I don't know." My fiance at that time, she was already in the car business. So I went home and told her about it. She's like, "You should really give it a try. You might like it." I said, "Okay, well," I thought about it. Well, I've been making people fall in love for like 4 years now. I've been running a jewelry store.
Yeah.
I mean,
just fall in love with items in general.
They fall in love, and then they fall out of love, and I got to make them go back in love. But a car don't talk back, so if I make them fall in love, fall in love with the car, they
gone.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, and usually you looking for the car, you're not looking.
Yeah.
So I thought about that's the way my funny head was working at that time. So I thought about it a little bit, and then I went back and I was on the way to another interview. Actually, I was going to go into the banking world, and I stopped at Toyota, and I texted Paul, had an amazing conversation with him, and here I am, man, 4 or 5 years later, selling Toyotas. And
one of the best in the business. One of the best in the business.
Praise him, I appreciate it.
He's one of the best in the business.
I appreciate that.
Every day I wake up, 7, 8, no matter what time I wake up, he's always sold somebody a car. He already done sold a car. He's one of the best in the business.
I appreciate all my clients that reach out to me, and I appreciate all the referrals that I get. I appreciate for amazing influencers like you that, I love meeting. I love those relationships. And that means a lot to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm forever grateful. And hopefully I meet a lot more people.
Yes, sir.
And then especially to all my returning clients, can't wait to see you again.
Yes, sir.
I know car business is kind of funny right now. We'll go past every dealership. There's no vehicles. But we'll try to find them for you.
Yeah.
We'll try to find them for you.
Yes,
we'll try to find them for you for sure.
So with all that, your resume, I mean, having a new family, starting having a baby girl, being one of the best car salesmen, going to college, being a state championship at New Bern High, all this under your resume, what's next? I mean, what are you looking for in life out these next
I think now
years coming up?
I think that now that I'm in my 30s, I think keep fostering the relationships that I have met so far. Keep making those special. Be a better human being, I think is one of them. Improve on all my mistakes that I made when I was younger. Okay? And then obviously be a father.
Yes, sir.
And be a good husband. And maybe try to strive from good to great, because, sometimes as human beings we set high expectations on ourselves. And we just want to maintain those as much as we can. Get as much checked off as possible, and then live every moment like it's the last second, man, because you never know. You never know. Especially in this trying time right now, man. So, like I said, I try to make myself as readily available to anybody that I can. And that's super important to me. Be a better human being, man. And dad, husband, human being, and then we, keep selling calls. Don't stop that. Yeah, don't stop that. Yeah,
yes, sir. So I'm gonna hit you with your last question.
All
now
right.
This is a question from me learning something from you today, because I learned something that I didn't know about you.
Okay.
I learned a lot, but I didn't know you was from a different country.
Okay.
So, what stands out from America, from Serbia, from where you from? Like, what's the biggest difference to you?
The biggest difference. So I moved over in 1996. When I got here, I was 6 years old. the biggest difference is the vastness of it, the size. It's huge. You see what I'm saying? The country where I'm from is like the state of North Carolina, maybe even smaller.
As a country, it's like the state of North Carolina.
So it's smaller, so the vastness and the fact that we're a melting pot. You go to the country where I'm from, you may not be able to meet different ethnicities, people from different walks of life. You're going to stay pretty consistent to what you're going to meet. Here you get to meet everybody. And I love the differences that brings, and I love the newness of it. That's the biggest difference. Because when I came in, I started school. So I was supposed to go to first grade, but I went to kindergarten because I didn't know English. But when we're kids, we learn languages pretty quickly. So I was able to adapt. And I mean, I'm European country, Serbian American. I'm American. You know, that's what America's based off of. So I love it. You know, and I will never forget my roots and my heritage because it's what developed me what I am today. But that's the most important part.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can, tell me something in Serbia that give me just anything, anywhere.
I think everybody should know this phrase, especially in these trying times. Ya tebe volim, which means I love you.
Say it again.
Ya tebe volim.
And with that note,
yeah, it's true.
Yes, sir. That is the end of the 81st episode of the Joshua Cuthbertson Show with my big bro, Ogi Poluga, the best car salesman in Eastern North Carolina. If you need a car, if you're looking for a brand new car, any type of car, no matter what it is, this is your man to go to. He'll put you in your nice ride. He'll have you riding off clean. Hit him up, contact him. He got shirts out.
Got shirts.
Everything.
Keychains, whatever you need, man.
Whatever you need, hit this man up. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Don't forget to check out the sponsor team page at the end of the episode. And the man of my words, I'm going to get him to say it for you one more time.
Yeah, Tebe Voling.
We out.
I appreciate it, bro. That was love, bro.
Thank you, everyone, for watching the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. I appreciate your love and support. Continue to show your love and support by clicking the subscribe button below the video. Tune in to next week's episode of the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. Love, peace, we out.